Since I quit my job as a civil engineer to become a full-time writer, if there is one thing that I have realized, it's this. Being a freelancer is not easy. Since you plan your own schedule and you set your own deadlines, it's very easy to go into either of the two extremes. Either you work so hard that you burn yourself out and are exhausted at the end of every day, or you watch so much Netflix, you chill so much that you can't get any work done at all. If that sounds familiar to you, then welcome to this video, my friend. For today, I'm going to share 5 incredible tools that help me stay productive and creative as a freelancer. During various points in my journey, these 5 tools have helped me immensely, and if I am a successful freelancer today, a huge part of the credit goes to these 5 incredible tools. If you are a writer, a freelancer or a content creator, then please watch until the end, for I've got some incredible free ways which you can 10x your productive output, stay creative and work such that you don't lose sight of your goals. Tool number 1. Octoparse, a tool to 10x your research and outreach speed. A lot of time as a writer is spent in researching. This can mean researching for an article, looking up potential clients, or searching through trending topics in your niche to decide what content you want to create next. For this, you need to invest some time and go through several websites to collect a ton of data. Then you have to sit through this and analyze all the data before you can finally find something meaningful. What if there was a tool that could make this whole job insanely easier for you? That's where I would like to recommend a very powerful data scraping tool called Octoparse. Whether it's list of potential clients or a list of articles published on a particular topic or a list of startups catering to a particular niche, all you have to do is select the type of data you want, and Octoparse will find everything that you need from several websites on the internet and then compile it very nicely for you into a spreadsheet. This saves hours of your time and gives you a highly comprehensive spreadsheet where you can find relevant data that you can use to 10x your productive output. I do a lot of SEO work for clients and Octoparse helps me a lot in this. With it, I go through the list of trending articles in the topic, analyze what's working in them, and then reverse engineer them to apply in my own articles. And the best part is, Octoparse just released their newest version, which has some incredibly cool features like 3x scraping speed, troubleshooting self-built scrapers, and secure data storage. And wait, I haven't told you the most exciting part yet. For individuals and small business owners, Octoparse is completely free. The free version of Octoparse allows 10,000 records per export with unlimited pages per crawl, which is enough to just get your journey started. For companies that need to extract data exhaustively, the Pro version starts at $75 per month, and you can find all the details of what is Octoparse and how to use it in the description of this video. The second tool that I would like to recommend is LastPass. It's a password manager where you can manage all your passports in one place. When you are a writer, you have to sign up to several different platforms all at once. It might be a scheduling service or it might be some website to help you get some specific task done. And every time you create an account in a new website, you have to create a new password. We all know how it's super unsafe to use the same password for every website. And also it's totally impossible to remember 20 different passwords for 20 different websites, right? That's where LastPass comes in. It has a Chrome extension that you can directly put on your Google Chrome, and whenever you go to a new website that you have to create an account, LastPass will suggest a secure password for you, which is a combination of letters, numbers and special symbols, and then it will store that password along with the specific website's name and username, so that when you next click on that website, you don't have to remember the password or what email ID you used. LastPass will do the storing and remembering and retrieving data for you, which makes it so easy to have several different accounts on several websites without feeling lost every time you open your screen. The next tool that has immensely helped me is Notion. I use Notion so much that you can actually say Notion is the secret of my productivity. So effectively, Notion is a note-taking app that you can use instead of Google Docs. But unlike Google Docs, Notion has some amazing features like the roadmap, a timeline, a database, etc. And the most interesting part is that you can make several different pages and then link to those pages when you are referring to that in some other list. So basically, if you have more than one email ID, you can also sync all of them on Notion, making it very easy to switch between workplaces and coordinate with different teams. Oh, and did I forget to mention, you can add your team on Notion as well. It's incredibly easy to stay connected and keep track of progress, as well as make sure that you don't lose sight of your goals. So if you are looking for a note-taking or a scheduling or planning app, then Notion is definitely the best place on the internet currently. It is free for individuals to use, but if you have a team, then I think the charges are $8 per member per month. But for a solopreneur or a writer, Notion is completely free for single use. The next tool that I love and I swear by is called Calendly. Calendly is a tool by which you can schedule meetings and add them straight to your Google Calendar. So when you're reaching out to a potential client or you're initiating a new conversation with a stranger and you have to schedule a video call, how do you do that? Most people usually mention the times when they are free. But it looks much more professional if you can show them a link to your calendar and they can book a slot that suits them the best. You can just end every email with a line saying, I'm attaching a calendar here. Please book a slot that fits you best. And all they have to do is click there, schedule it, and then the meeting will get added to both your calendars. That saves so much time and makes you look so professional while sending an email. And it also increases the chances of the other person actually booking something on your calendar rather than thinking of a vague and date and time slot when both of you might be free. It reduces a lot of the back and forth you need to do on email with strangers, and it definitely boosts your business as a writer or an entrepreneur. And the last tool that I would love to talk about in today's video is a tool to make your writing much better. It's a completely free tool called Hemmingway. So most of the times when we start writing something or the other, we tend to use extra words, meaningless sentences, just keep adding fluff into our sentences to make them longer. But the effect it has on the reader is that it slows them down. No reader likes to read too many words in one sentence or too complex sentences. And that's where Hemmingway comes into play. Hemmingway is not a grammar checker like Grammarly or Pro Writing Aid. Rather, it's a tool to simplify your writing and help you to use shorter sentences with less adverbs. When you open Hemmingway on your browser, you can copy-paste any piece of writing onto it, and then you can check what parts of it are being highlighted and why. And accordingly, you can edit that article to make it easier to read and more user-friendly. Thus, Hemmingway can make you sound like a pro writer even when you are just a beginner. So quickly summing up the 5 tools that I mentioned in this article. Number 1, Octoparse, which is a web scraping tool and can make your research insanely easier. Number 2, LastPass, which is a password manager and will help you store passwords to different websites at a single place. 3 is Notion, which is my favorite note-taking app in the whole world. 4 is Calendly, by which you can schedule meetings and add them straight to your Google Calendar. And the last tool is Hemmingway, where you can simplify your writing and make it sound more professional. So these are the 5 tools that I have used since more than 2 years, and I love them. If you have used any of these tools, if you are curious about them and you want to learn more, you can find more details in the description of this video. I am very curious to know what other tools that you use as a creator or as a freelancer that help you become more productive and stay true to your schedule. Please let me know all the tools that you use in the comments. I'm always on the lookout for apps and websites that would help me 10x my productivity. So that is all for this video, guys. Thank you so much for watching it until the end. If you found it useful, don't forget to share it with your writer, freelancer and entrepreneur friends. I'm sure they would find a lot of value in these amazing free tools that I described here. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel for more and stay tuned because a new video is coming super soon. Until then, stay awesome and keep writing. Cheers!